Hey guys, how's it going? I got a little small project I've got to do. I've got the GE, the basic wash machine dryer. You've heard the story about me with that, and I didn't want nothing fancy. I want the something I can work on and fix, and this is one. This has happened to me twice now. The first time was about 2 years in. So this is a GE wash machine. It is a top load, and what we end up having is water dripping into the tub. And it's from the main water solenoid valve is leaking through there. So you've got your main water that comes from your house, your hot water, cold water, and let me fix that, okay? It comes into your wash machine and it's under electric solenoids, and what happens is it just leaks. So the main switch, the valve is behind in this component back in here. So what we're going to do is there's a bunch of screws back across the back. I'll show it to you when I pull this out. We're going to take them out and we'll lift this up in the I think it folds forward, and we'll get to what we're going to do. Now, guys, so you all know I have a full home house water filter system. So it catches everything. It's 1 micron. It is a 1 gallon type filter system. I mean, it's huge. So it's not the lack of dirt getting in our system. I have a water filters, a water salt system, Culligan water. It's an automatic. It's the brand new style. It's high dollar setup. We went and got the best you can get. I just see a lot of these things are having problems with them, and so we're going to go ahead and put a new solenoid in here. I've already bought them, and they are, let me show you here. This is it here. New solenoid. Let me open this up. Okay, here you go. Here is, when you're looking at this, always your left is always hot, and here's cold. All right, this right here is where the water valves, when the solenoids are working, the water will go from here, and that pipe that connects to this is what drains down. It's down on this side here. It goes down into your tank, and then if you can see, there's water in there. That's just after about, I guess, about 8 hours. So water does drip. It drips down, comes down from somewhere around here. Right, just hit my hand. So it comes down from right about right here. And let's see here. Hold on. Give it about 10 seconds. It usually drips down. There it is. I got my finger right there. All right. So we're going to take this apart. I'm going to disconnect. I'm going to shut the power off to the home. Or not to the home, sorry, or unplug this, and I'm going to shut the water off at the valves and get the water hoses off the back, and I will, when I get to that point and start to unscrew this backing, I'll show you what's back here. All right, there you go. Electrical is disconnected. Let me get a light on back here. All right, and you can see there's your you've got hot and cold set up, and I've got the water valves turned off back here. As you can see, they're off. But also, on my home water system, I have an on-off for the whole house. And I've actually got those valves turned off also. Just so there's no pressure. I don't have to worry about those valves over there failing. We're good. And so now we're going to go ahead and take those lines off right there. and get them all unscrewed. And I'm going to try to set the camera close by where you can all watch that, and we'll go from there. So I've already got them partially loosened, so we're good to go. Okay, there's that one. And then there, I got the next one I'm coming screwing. If you notice, there's your valve is hot. That hose is right here, and that's what that, and I actually put the hose up over here. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to flip you upside down or sideways. Back behind here, there's going to be, I think, like 4 screws across the top, if I remember right. Back a couple years ago, I had about 3 years ago, I think, or 2 years ago, I don't remember. I adjusted the sensor for the water level when it's full. I have a video to that, and it still works great. So let me get these other screws loosened up, take them out, and I'll show you when I get that done. Okay, what there is there are 3 screws across the back. They are directly on the back side. They screw in this way. 1, 2, 3. And when I pull them out, I always lay a magnet down so I don't lose them. Well, I dropped number 3 screw. It's laying down in the back somewhere. But I want to show you how this front fascia comes right off. Okay, when you pull the 3 screws out, which are 1, 2, and 3, this makes it loose. And what happens is you have to grab this, and you're going to shift it this way just a little bit. It's very easy, and pick it up. Watch. Move it forward, move to the right, and pick it up, and it's off. You're done. All right, here's the solenoid. So like I said, it's already unplugged. It's all unplugged, so don't have to worry about getting shocked. We're going to disconnect your electrical, and here's your water line, which is, here we go. I'm going to set that right in front. That right here is your water line. That's going to connect to this right here when we're done. And then there's your hoses to your water system. And here's your electrical plugs. So we're going to disconnect all 3 electrical plugs. And that looks like a Phillips. We'll take out the Phillips, and we'll take this spring off right here, and we'll remove the hose. Let's go ahead and get these electrical plugs undone. And you can't mix up the plugs because they're all right in line together, so they go right back together, no problem. All right, so let's go ahead, and you got 1 screw here, and you have another screw here. Let's go. I always loosen things up first. Okay, and I'm now going to grab, I told you the hose clamp that's back here. Let's get the camera here. Okay, and here's that hose clamp. You get your pliers on there, you squeeze it, and you're going to move it right on off and get it out of the way, and then we'll go from there, okay? All right, like I said, let's remove those 2 screws. I put them on that magnet I had so we don't lose screws. Here's 2. Okay, and then that will just slide right on out of there like a glove. And let's see what we got here. We're going to try to squeeze this and pull it off all at the same time. Just sit there and spin it back and forth, and it does come right off. So we're going to go ahead, and there's new screens on here also. It all comes good. So let's go ahead and start to put this back together. Let me start it. Let's squeeze our hose. And we're going to try to, yeah, it goes on pretty easy. And then let that hose clamp go. All right, I'll show you that in a second. Let me go ahead and feed that back through again. All right, there you go. As you can see, the hose clamp is back on. It is tight. It doesn't move. It's tight. So, all right, let's go ahead and reset this back up again. I'll tell you, if it wasn't for videotaping this, I bet you this takes less than 10 minutes. All right, guys. It's a very quick fix. Very easy. The world of YouTube is very nice to everybody. All right, screw them back in. Let's grab our electrical plugs. Here we are. Like I said, you can't mess it up. They fall right on top. Let's get that one on there. There's the second one. There's the third one. And we're all locked on. So remember how before I told you you had to pick it up and move it to the right? Well, now we're going to make sure all the wiring's tucked back. Everything's tucked back out of the way. Under here you have tabs. Right here, there's 3 of them. They go in these slots. I think you can see the slots. So we're going to stick them in here. Let's get that wiring pushed back out of the way. We're going to stick that in here. Drop it down. Slide it to your left. You'll feel it go over. And it's locked in right there. Let me go ahead and attach those screws. I need to recover that back screw. And then I'll reattach my water lines and my electric. And we'll go from here. Alright, another big tip. When you get your new valves, make sure they give you new O-rings also. They just handed them to me. And the O-rings, as you all should know, will go into your hose. So you got all new O-rings in here. No problems with leaks. I just grab a hook, take it out. I'll put in new ones. It is. We got to do the next one the same way. Now, one thing I don't do, my old ones, I don't ever throw away. I keep them because you never know when you need them. So I put them in my stockpile of goodies I got. So let's go ahead and put this hose on. I've got my other one off, so let's go ahead and put this one on. So that should be on. That should be on right there. And we're good. Need to plug it in. And I'm going to turn on my main water here in just a second. Let me put this plug in. Okay. That's all on. And let's take a quick peek for leaks. I don't see nothing dripping. Everything is nice and dry. Nothing dripping at all. Next thing would be if there's any drips in here. And I don't see any drips. This water valve thing, it's pretty easy. I'm going to tell you right now, just about anybody can do it. I mean, I guess you're going to have to be a little mechanically inclined to do it, but it's not a hard job at all. It's really simple. And like I said, I'm going to say anybody can do it. It just matters if you have a couple tools, which all I really needed was this, a 1/4-inch socket for those back 3 screws, and a Phillips. Okay, guys, I hope it helped you out. It was a simple fix, easy fix. Really, there's no need of you calling a appliance person out to come out and to do this. It's really easy. And I will put a link in the description about me replacing or adjusting the water valve on my on this unit 2 before the water would never fill up high enough. It was always seen to be, I think it was like 3/4 full or maybe 2/3 full. It was just never enough water. Well, there's a way you can do that. I did a video on that. I'm going to say it's a couple years ago. And I'll put a link to that in the description so you guys can check that out. All right. You all have a great day. Thanks for watching my channel. Thanks for following. And let's share it to everybody. All right. I appreciate it. Thanks again. Bye.